You'd like to know something interesting about me? I break the modern stereotype of your average black man, the modern day black man. And it simply stems from the way you speak. Now, I don't know if you can tell already, but judging from my accent, I am from England. I was born in London City, England, right? And, you know, naturally, you're in an English environment, you're in a British public school speaking environment, and the way they speak, you will mold into yourself. Now, I pretty much say every success I've built up with myself, and this isn't even just financial or just following or social media shit. I'm just talking about traits that any human being is capable of doing. It was just through persistence and hard work and not giving up until you're finally relatively good, I'd say, in a certain area. I remember I wasn't the best speaker in my early years. I stuttered a lot. I was often taken up to like private sessions during lesson, like in the midst of lesson, to improve my speaking skills. And you know, I never really thought much of it. But looking back now, this was like 10, 12 years ago, something like that, I'd say they all paid off because I'm a really fluid speaker in the English language, proficient, so I really like it. And yeah, pretty much break the stereotype of how a black person is supposedly meant to talk. Now, I'm going to speak from an American and a black standpoint. A lot of people nowadays, we're changing our English. We are changing the way we speak our English. Because nowadays, I'm going to talk about the roadman slang in England. Oh, to the Americans who, oh my goodness, it's about movie, fucking bumblebee, you prick. Get out of here. Alright, that's good. Alright, now to the Americans watching, you're probably like, what is a roadman? In short, it's exactly what the name entails. A roadman is a person that is in the road in England. Pretty much 24/7. They're often teenagers, but sometimes early adults, even full-grown adults, still like to put on this act at their big age, which is really weird. But they put on their coats, right? They put their coats on. And it's normally a big puffy coat. It's usually always black and white, but for the most part it's black. They put on this big puffy coat. Some of them have knives, that's a stereotype too. But it is done sometimes. I'm not completely dismissing it. But they're on the road all the time. And their English is a lot different to my standard English, the way I speak. Their English will be like this, fam. So, hey bruv, hey, you know I'm in the park, yeah? I saw this man on the block. Man is running too fast, I was moving slow. And I got my knife and I sank. That's how they speak. That's improper English. That's the slang. And a lot of people are expected to talk like that. They're like, nah, Bran. Nah, fam. Nah, hey, you know what, bruv? You see that one movie I watched, that Top Boy movie? I saw that one guy smoking in the block. That's how they speak. Now, I'm not telling you I don't get along with these type of people. I speak to people who speak like that all the time. There's nothing wrong with that. I know it's culture, it's about where you're coming from. I'm not even shaming the way they speak. If it's from where you're from, that's going to influence you. But if you're from a different area, if you were raised differently, don't change your way of speaking just to appeal to them. Don't trade your authenticity just to appeal to them. And there are some American actors, not even just actors, just people. Oh my goodness, yeah, it's a lot of bumblebees here. American people also. They, a few of them have proper spoken English, but, oh my days, there's bumblebees everywhere. There's some people in the hood in America, I'm willing to bet the Americans I'm watching, used to be like, hey, cuz, man, I got this Glock, no, man, I'm in the hood, you know what I'm saying, I got this, I took this one homeboy, man. You say, you don't even know what the fuck they're saying. And hey, if that's your culture, hey, fair on you. I'm not even shaming the culture. Some people genuinely talk like that because it's where they were raised. I'm criticizing the people who feel the need to change the way they normally speak just for other people around them. Be true to yourself. Be true to yourself. And the reason why I'm making this video is because I saw this comment on one of my recent videos. And the comment said, speak like a black man with your British accent. That's the comment I saw on one of my videos. I forgot what video it was, but it was one of my recent videos. And yeah, that comment just inspired me to make this video. It had me thinking, I'm gonna change spots, too many flies here. That spot, it just had me thinking, that comment. it didn't offend me or anything, but I could see why it would offend many other people on the internet. Hence why I figured it's appropriate for me to get onto the camera and to really just tell you guys, you know, hey, it's okay to have your proper English, whether you're born in America, Australia, or England. We all speak English. Hence why you're watching this video in English, I'd assume. Not doing audio or something like that. It's okay to have your English the way you were raised to speak. Don't let anyone put you down based on the way you speak, you know? You can tell from my English, hey, you may say I sound like a white man. Perhaps I do. It's really weird how things work, and you know, time has developed so much. You'd think that, you know, in this day and age, we are able to accept the fact that we can develop traits, us black men, we can develop traits that white people find, you know, dear to them, and vice versa. But it's a shame that it's not like that nowadays, and yeah, I could see why many people would feel insecure about this. I take pride in the way I speak. I don't feel insecure in any way, shape or form. I mean, this is how I was raised, so I just speak the way I do. Some of you may say it's formal, but the funny thing is, even though I'm being authentic to myself, I still understand slang. I still understand slang terms. Like, I can be formal and informal. Preferably, I prefer being formal. I don't know why. It's just naturally my character from what I found. Everyone, I speak to some people in real life, they tell me, Gordon, why are you so formal? It's just my natural character. Like, it's just how I naturally talk. I was raised to speak like this. It's not that I'm trying to be overly formal. I just come across as very formal, especially in a professional sense. I think that's one of the main reasons why I always get along with older guys, older men, older women. My English is just, I'm a very professional guy. Now, I do hang out with a lot of people my age also. And I do use slang. I'm not 100% formal. I have a balance, and I believe we're all playing a character in the sense of, you know, depending on who we're talking to, we tailor our way of speech to match them. Like, if someone is speaking to me and I can tell that English isn't good, I'll purposely make my English broken to understand them. So I say, you know, speak. I'll speak like that to them. The same way I speak to my mom differently. You see how I speak to you on camera and I use all these big words? That's not even me just trying to be smart. I just read a lot of books and naturally I just have a lot more words in my head. So it's more congruent, it will just stay. There's nothing wrong with that, that's normal. But the reason why I'm making this video, I feel like a lot of us black men are shamed for speaking proper English. It's so stupid. I don't understand. This is how English always was. And we're shamed for that. I believe a lot of us black men were stereotyped to, if you're from England, be a roadman, like I told you in the beginning of this video. And for the people in America, I'm willing to bet, if you stand out, a lot of people will stereotype you into being this thug. That's part of a gang that's shooting. But if you want to take a normal career, people are going to call you corny, cringy, for having good English. Get the fuck out of here. Yes, I'm formal, but I can still speak my fucking truth. Don't you dare shun these people for speaking the way they're actually supposed to speak. For actually caring about the way they articulate themselves, so people can actually understand them, so they can be able to inspire people. And you want to shame these people? Get the fuck out of here. Don't you dare shame these people. What the fuck's wrong with you? It pisses me off, man. We shame black men nowadays for speaking proper English. Do you look down on us that much? You think we're below human based on the color of our skin? I don't like that. Now I'm thinking about it, it does piss me off a little bit as a black man. It does piss me off how, you know, us black men, we're expected to speak a certain type of way. You cage us in a box. And you want to shame people like me for having proper English. Get the fuck out of here. I believe it's dehumanizing. I truly do. It's dehumanizing. That stereotype quote is essentially saying, and it kind of links back to the whole crisis that happened in the 60s with the whole, you know, white supremacy, superiority, hierarchy type stuff. It reminds me of the segregation ages where, you know, black people were seen as inferior. And they still see it in some way, shape or form in the speech aspects. And the stereotype still lingers around this world. You know, the stereotype and belief that black men need to speak a certain way because they're not worthy of speaking proper English is so stupid. It really is so childish. But it's so heavily promoted, racism nowadays, it's stupid. It's like you don't like this dog because this dog is white. You don't like this dog. And you like that dog because the dog is black, and same vice versa. That's not to say it's not okay to have a preference. But don't shun their entire character based on something they can't control. And that's not even to say being black is a sin. It's a beautiful thing. I'm black and I'm proud. But I empathize with, you know, fellow black men in the past that just feel a sense of insecurity, pressure from people to speak a certain way. Let's say your English was naturally good, you were raised in a good part of your country, your English is good, and now people are shaming you for the way you speak. This happens very commonly on the internet, believe it or not. Very common. And you feel ashamed. And you try to purposely be inauthentic to yourself. And try to speak a certain way like a roadman or a thug. And you feel in your heart it's inauthentic to you. You feel like shit. But it's the peer pressure. And I believe, you know, not everyone is mentally strong enough to handle that. And I can empathize too, because I was once like that. It's damaging. When you get into the real world, especially, that teenage way of speaking, leave that in the past. I have a video on my phone. It was me 3 years ago, July 2022. I was going to my prom, and it was me documenting me having seasickness. I may still have the audio on my phone. This is how I used to speak. What it is about the boat, but it's just something about it. When you step on the platform of the boat, it gives you like seasickness. Like I feel like I'm full. I feel like I ate so much already. When being on a boat, I feel like taking a dump. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I hope this goes. Usually I see movies here of like seasickness and stuff like that, and I always think it's fake. Now that you're actually in a boat, I can see why people get sick. My belly I know I keep saying it, my belly hurt. Well, no. In occasions when I'm with my friends, this was more just me in a hyper excited mode because I was in prom, so it's just me turning up to 100. And I'm gonna put a video of me speaking the slang terms of English. Now I still speak like that every now and then, but in terms of my baseline, like my regular way of speaking, it's the form. I would even say, I guess it is naturally formal, but I don't see the issue with that. But here's a quick clip if I have it on the screen. I put it. That's how I usually spoke. Well, no, when exciting times would happen. I want to speak to the black men out there, man. If you find yourself, you have regular level English. Not even just regular, just professional level English. You know, and don't feel ashamed. Don't feel ashamed to speak how you were raised to speak. Don't feel ashamed to speak how you were supposed to speak. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't let these people shame you on the internet. Don't let them belittle, because a lot of us black men were belittled in many things. Except to now, it's not as obvious as it was before. But a lot of people, they still like to place limitations on what us black men are capable of. You know, it annoys me. We'll still look down upon them based on skin color, and it's so stupid. We all have the same minds, but we let these people condition us to think otherwise. It's annoying. It's destructive. You know, the way I speak, I normally speak like this all the time. Like I told you before, I can adapt. I can change the way I speak depending on the person. Like when I'm with my friends, I use more informal terms naturally. Believe it or not. I have phases and episodes, but for the most part, like you can still be informal and have good English. I believe nowadays, and the reason I'm making that video is about the comment I got. It doesn't offend me, but I'm also speaking out of anger because a lot of other black men feel the same. They may feel insecure because they may have the same English. You know, they may be proficient in the way they speak, but feel insecure, and they may feel peer pressure to act a certain way. They may feel offended. So the type of comment I got, I'm willing to assume that there are many other black men also who suffer with that same problem. They have good English, they speak proper, but they're shamed about it online. They're shamed about it by the people online. They may get the comment that I got on one of my videos, speak like an actual black man, which is such a stupid stereotype. Because what is that? You have to remember, guys, those type of comments, it's only stereotyping you from Africa. Now, yes, I'm aware most black people originate from Africa. So they'd assume, oh, because you're black, only speak with an African accent. What if I don't have an African accent? I can put on an African accent, eh? Like I'll beat you with my stick. But it's not me. I was raised here. So I'm going to speak the way I was raised. Hence the British accent. But there's this big stereotype that you have to speak like you're from Africa. Well, I'm not. I'm not going to try to make that my baseline way of speaking because it's inauthentic to myself. It's not true to me. It's not true to me. So I'm going to speak the way I was raised. And you know what I'm saying is common sense, but even in these day and ages, common sense is twisted. You know? Why is it like that? Why are black men shamed for speaking proper English? I thought we got over this. What's with that? Why are we shamed for speaking the way we're meant to speak? For not falling into the stereotype of speaking like a roadman or a thug? Why is it like that? Toxic women, a lot of toxic women who are broken and have trauma, they like those type of men, that stereotype, acting like a thug or a roadman, until it's too late, until they've run through you. Now you want the good man when he's in his prime. We flaked him when he was younger. Get out of here. I wanted to make this video because a lot of men are struggling with this. I know I'm going all over the place, but I believe I got my point across. So I'm not going to make this video any longer than it already has. Beautiful. I pretty much expressed my point. I don't have much to say, but I will say, you know, to the black man watching this, to the people who speak proper English and they may fall under pressure or be shamed based on the way they speak, and it's normal to them, ignore the noise, man. There's nothing wrong with speaking English the way it's meant to be spoken. Because on a global scale, everyone who understands English will actually be able to understand you. Not when you're speaking the stupid slang. This stereotype. You don't need to fall into the stereotype. This is why I say I break the standard where the black man speaks. And I have no shame in doing that. So it's normal for me. It's always been normal for me. And when I saw that comment, it did trigger a little pinch of anger, but I never let it get to me. But I figured I wanted to make this video because I know it will get to other people. And I don't blame them as well. Like I said, I have empathy. I understand. So I wanted to make this video for the people out there who speak good. The black men out there actually speak good English, but feel shamed, pressured to speak a certain way. You don't need to. It's okay to stand out from the crowd, man. It's okay to stand out. So long as you stick to what you believe in, and like I said, it's not me shaming you for speaking a way that's not standard English or any other form of English. I'm just saying it for the people who were raised differently and feel the need to change the way they speak simply for another's approval. That's my issue, and I'm not okay with that. So yeah, I hope I managed to get my point across, and I just want to end it off by showing you these flies. I'm not the bumblebees, roses. They look dead. They're most definitely watering away. You know, their neck postures, the roots, you can see it, they've all died. They haven't been watered enough anymore. They are good and aesthetic, but they've all died. It's very unfortunate. Rest in peace. So I don't know what they're drinking up. Maybe they're getting the nutrients. I'm not into ecology, I believe that's what it's called when you study plants a lot. So I don't know how this shit works, really, but, you know, they're doing their own the earth. I'm doing my own the earth, getting this message out to you, because I know it's a big problem nowadays. A lot of people fall into that pressure. Someone needs to speak up about it, and I'm happy to be the one to do so. So, yeah. Let me know how you feel in the comments. We need to talk about this more. It needs to be spoken more, and just, you know, really told. There's nothing wrong with a black man speaking proper English. And I truly break that stereotype, I'd say. Because I speak how English is meant to be spoken. My accent, British accent. And that's not to say, oh, American accent, oh, they're speaking it wrong. What? In some extent, you kind of are, because, you know, English came from England. But even if you're from America, and you can still speak proper English when you're in America. It's just being when I say proper English, I just mean at the point where people are able to understand what you're actually fucking saying for once. You know? In a universal way of all age ranges. And people in America still have that. There are many actors online who have proper English. Like Michael B. Jordan. Let's use him as an example. He has great English. He's American, he has proper English. He's not like these thugs that, you know, have an uncomprehendable level of English. Let's just say that much. You can stand out, man, and don't feel shamed by the media for doing it also. A lot of black men, famous black men, how long do we got? Yeah, a lot of famous black men also that are successful and they speak proper English, they always get shamed online for some reason. I don't know why. I don't see the problem with them having proper English. There's nothing wrong with it. It's beautiful. We need to level up. We need to wake up. Maturity is to be made from the people who place stereotypes on others. It's not cool.